What's up, guys? This is Dave Action Jackson coming at you live. So, I know I said I would show you guys some exercises, but I'm gonna do that in my next video. Like, I decided to move it over a little bit. So, after this one, I'll show you guys some stuff. But, real quick, I'm gonna show you what I have on my page. So, my page on Facebook is called Action Jack Fitness. Now, my nickname throughout high school was David Action Jackson. Action Jackson. Because, I played multiple sports. I was really athletic. Much smaller than I am now, but way smaller. Anyways, so this is what my page looks like. Action Jack Fitness. You better look at it. Okay, so now if I scroll up or down, man, oh, there it is. So now I want to just talk about some stuff that I put on here. And though I don't really have that many views on YouTube, I get a lot of views, like just people who actually read the shit I put on Facebook. So I'll go with the topic I put earlier. Today, or just actually like 55 minutes ago, I put clothes tell a story. Mine told me I definitely got quite the good set of results from bodybuilding. Just so far. Now, yesterday I started cutting, and I did a couple of different things. First thing I did was I did 20 minutes of cardio. That cardio, it wasn't like running or just jogging or walking. It was a combination of running and walking. So I started off just walking. So for 1 minute I walked. Then after that 1 minute stopped, I went and ran. So I was running. It switched back and forth. So I was walking, running, walking, running, walking, running for 20 minutes straight. I swear I've never sweated so much in my life. Like, if I were to sweat a lake, if I had to create a lake, that's how much sweat that came off of me. But also, I was wearing a sweater too, or a sweatshirt, a hoodie, whatever you want to call it. I was wearing a hoodie, and oh, it was freaking hot as hell. Like, I'm not even joking. I had my heater up all the way. Here, I'll show you guys what it looks like. But the heater's on right now, and if you can see it, it's on 85 altogether. In my room, which is just right here where I'm at, my room, it's at least 96 degrees in here. The window partially shut. No, like, it's like not much space between the open and closed. The ceiling fan is on low, and my fan is on low, but it's like 96 degrees in here. Typically, I like to keep the windows shut and keep the heater on because I'm prone to heat. I like heat. I'd rather be in heat than be cold. But for the last couple of days, I found out I can get a suntan, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. But anyways, I'm gonna read this. We'll leave that suntan story alone because it kind of creeped me out. But now, Action Jack Fitness. I like this page. I made it. I actually renamed it. It was Dogma Styles Productions Fitness, but I named it Action Jack Fitness. And here's what it says. Clothes tell a story. Mine told me I definitely got quite the good set of results from bodybuilding so far. Yesterday, I started to cut some of my body fat. I'll admit that since last year in December or October, I was 17% body fat. And that's pretty, I guess for me that'd be low since I'm bodybuilding, but at the same time it's kind of high since I'm kind of short. I'm like 5'5", at 170 pounds. Typically, your normal bodybuilders, they're not that tall. They're like 5'7", 5'8" kind of guys. But now I'm at 28%. I'm not really ashamed of it because I know what I need to do to get the extraness gone. Though it's a lot that I have to do, I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid to do anything. But the next part I put is, don't ever be ashamed of your body, no matter what other people say. Because if you know that if you yourself know that there's room for improvement, there's room for repair, and there's room for adjustment, then you don't need rectification, or nor do you need to be reminded by others. So everyone out there, if you get told that you're fat or you need to eat, don't let other people have to tell you that. You already know that. But if you want to keep that on the low, because it's nobody else's business that you're either overweight or underweight. For me, since I'm 170 pounds, I guess I qualify as overweight for my size, or my height at least. But I'm practically cool with that. I mean, I'm bodybuilding. That's bodybuilding for you. Be over the weight that you're supposed to be. Typically, I'm supposed to be, like, for my height, I'm supposed to be, like, around 150 pounds. But that's for all those other guys. Guys that, I guess, if you're tall or short, whatever, however high you are, you're supposed to be a certain weight. I honestly don't give a shit what weight I'm supposed to be at. I want to go higher. I want to be a big little guy, so like a baby Incredible Hulk. Anyways, now the next thing I wanted to show you guys was, I put this on here yesterday, or Wednesday. Everyone has one goal in, oh wait, no, okay, so yeah, everyone has to have one goal in life. I don't care if you're Superman, Batman, whatever. If you have a goal, put it out there. If you want to, just put it out there. And as the saying goes, from middle school, stick with it. Stick with it. Originally, it was sick with it, but, you know. So, I had one common goal. Like, everyone wants to change. I figured I would change too, but like not in a typical way. What for me, bodybuilding is probably the best thing I've ever done. Like besides find a job, that actually pissed me off kinda, because people. I don't want to just throw people under the bus like that, but managers, honestly, they suck at picking people. Like there could be a really nice dressed dude or girl who probably works really harder than other people, and there could be like a trashy looking person, like holes in their pants, earrings, whatever the fuck else they have. It could be that type of person. In comparison, the managers have it in the suckiest way to choose people to work for them. But anyways, if you have a goal, my goal was to get bigger. I didn't care if it took me forever, because when I first started bodybuilding, my mindset was I'm never going to grow. But then it all changed when I started to grow. So, you have a goal, stick with it. Stick with it. In my ghetto terms. Now, here's something I saw on a shirt, and it's just a little quote. I don't know who the hell said this, but they were smart. Mind over matter. M-I-N-E-D. Over matter. That's the part I took, but I don't care if it's stolen or not. Anyways, if it ain't mind, it don't matter. Meaning, it's kind of deep in a way when you think about it. But recently, I'm gonna say this is deep. Recently, I've seen a lot of the opposite of that at school. Like in the weight room at school, when I'm working out, when I see people at the park working out, like, I see they gotta struggle to do shit. You don't have a purpose in exercising or working out if all you can think about is, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. Again, how do you, yes, anyone out there, if you get the mindset that, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, then there's something wrong with you. You're not wrapped too tight. Someone needs to slap you. Because how the hell do you know if you can't do something if you don't try? I'm gonna throw one person under the bus, but I won't mention any names. So there's a guy in this, and there's a guy. He's really tall in my weight training class. He's 6 something. He weighs 150 pounds. He honestly can't lift weight for shit, but I like push him really hard. The one problem I have with him is he always thinks they can't do anything. Like he can't. He thinks he's Superman. Because he played soccer and other sports like that. He did swimming and stuff like that. I keep telling him that was in the past. This is the present. If you did that, you should be able to do this. There's no comparison to lifting beds at home to real weight like dumbbells or even bars and stuff like that. So there's no comparison. If you're gonna lift like a bed or whatever, the odds are like it's a giant difference. Real weight, hardcore weights to some fluffiness and springs and shit like that. There's no comparison in that. But anyways, my point is, like, if you think you can do something, you gotta give it a try. I mean, like, if you're gonna say, oh, I can't do it, then the fuck is your point in trying? Like, what was the point in even doing it in the first place? Now, next thing I put on here is, again, how do you know? Yes, you. How do you know if you haven't even tried it? The easiest way I know when it comes to like lifting weights or anything like pushes your mind and pushes your body to do things it's never done before, just don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about the weight, because the more you do worry about the weight, the easier it is to get the idea in your head that if I can't do this, someone else is bound to lift it for me. No one's going to work for your ass. You gotta do work. This is basically like saying, help me, help you, help me. Fuck you. Okay? The reason why we have spotters is because if a person can't lift a weight after a certain amount of reps, then the spotter can help you. But it's just like having an assistant. If a manager is gonna do some work and then stop and then expect the assistant to take over for them, it doesn't work like that. You gotta do some work before other people can help you. Now, if I were in a situation where I just kept telling myself I can't do anything, then I would just slap shit on myself. Because, like, there's no use in not trying anything. Everybody takes risks, and everybody has some type of failure coming into this. My friend that I'm talking about in my weight training class, though I pushed him, I actually, I helped him get his lat pull down up there in the weight. Like, he started at 20 pounds. I pushed in a week. He went all the way to 80 pounds. And, or actually it was like 70 pounds, 75 pounds. But he was just, like, he kept going. Every time that he would try to, and say, oh, no, I can't do it, I can't do it. I just told him, if you don't do this, I'm going to pull that weight down and pull it right back up. Like, I'm going to pull it down and let it slingshot up. And he just was like, no, I don't want that to happen, but all you need is a little push. And this is probably the best motivation, is if you get that idea out of your head. Kick its ass out of your head. Because if you think negative about everything might just end up negative. If you think you can do something, you got all power to you to accomplish that one thing, or those few things, or whatever you want to do. Now, my favorite phrase that I like to say, I actually have a couple of different phrases. First, say someone says something really deeply mean to me. The phrase I like to use is, that's balls deep painful. The balls deep hurtful. Because I don't want to say it's balls deep, but it is pretty hurtful. That's one of my favorite phrases to say. Another one is, it's about to go down. And typically when I'm working out, That's what I like to say. It's about to go down. Or, I got this. Now, when it comes to it's about to go down, I like to say, well, I'd like to put this into that. If you have a plan of working out, a simple goal of working out this year, anything, kick off your year, if you haven't already, with some nice old old school physical education. Typically, it'd be like, jogging, stretches like jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, all the old school shit. Because that's probably the best thing you can do if you aren't that physically active. The simple things. You keep shit simple. Well, it doesn't have to be at a school. It could be at a park, in your neighborhood, even in your front or backyard, maybe even in your house. Don't be afraid to get in shape, because if you're out of shape, what does that say about you overall? You didn't give a fuck about yourself in the beginning. Well, now's the time to step up your game and kick your ass into gear. So, being in shape could mean a lot of things, but go by this. Take a few minutes out of each day to do a few exercises, at least half an hour or more. I'll post a study on just how much a percentage of each age group should be exercising daily, and I'll do that in my next video. But you gotta put yourself in there. Now, when it comes to negativity and shit like that, I'll give you an example. So, I'll just tell you this. When you think negative, think about this. Put all your negativity to rest. If you say you can't do something, then so be it. But how do you know what you can't do when you have never tried? What you want to do in the first place? What did you have planned? What did you want to do? If you can't accomplish that one little thing, what does it say about other shit that you got to do? Other tasks. Don't be afraid to accomplish it. Now, when it comes to food, because I hate this shit. Like, I see a lot of people that they'll eat something and they're full. What the fuck is your problem? You can eat more than that. Like, I've seen people eat like, I don't know, a tiny burrito be like this big and like that fat and round. That's not big. And well, that moment when people don't eat food because they're afraid to get fat. First of all, let me just tell you, your body needs 3 types of source of energy. You have your fats, your proteins, and your carbs. If you don't, and maybe a little bit of sugars, but that goes into all 3 categories. If you can't get down food, really, you can't get down food, drink some water with your food. If you can't drink water, put a fruit in there, like a lemon or a lime, or even an orange. But put some shit in there that you know will help you be able to digest it a little better. Now, truth is, 1 or 2 meals won't make you fat, nor will eating a lot of carbs. Truth is, eating helps keep your body healthy. It helps keep you strong. It gives you energy. And if you have a busy day, your energy reserves help you out. Small things like crackers or granola bar, it's great for snacking on, but eat food, really, eat. Because food is your friend at times. If you don't eat, of course you're probably going to feel sick, and you'll probably have a headache. But anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next video in like a minute. So, peace real quick.